Well, good morning everybody and welcome to each beautiful day. Behind me you can see the rest of the stuff that was left over from late last night that didn't get into the last truck, and we decided, well, we were told, didn't have a choice in that decision, that the removalists would come back first thing the next morning to pick it up. First thing the next morning being the agreed time. I love this company. The agreed time was 7 a.m. Okay, so I know it's not 7 a.m, it's 7:45. They ain't here. I've messaged them, I've called them, they're not responding to other things. So I really do hope that they turned up. So at least I've got all the stuff up that ramp. That ramp cost me $300 extra because they got to walk, they got to walk 10 metres up a ramp. But anyway, that costs $300 extra with the removalist CBD movers, just in case you're interested. You can see about Saga by having a look at our previous videos that I've talked about. And of course, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, follow along. We have been in a situation where we're moving from here. Our apartment, we've been here almost 2 years now. We were promised that we'll be here for the next 10, 20 or 30 years. No issues, no problems, no concerns. This is under the NDIS, SDA, Specialist Disability Accommodation for Dyan, who is a disabled participant, and I'm her full-time carer and partner of 33 years. But unfortunately it didn't work out, so we've had to now move about 25 minutes that direction. So we've done that yesterday. There was 4 trips in a small, tiny, teensy, wincy little truck. Why I didn't bring a big truck, bugger if I know. I don't know how these companies operate still, but anyway, that's what happened. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing this morning. It's a bit overcast in Perth. Normally each day at the moment is meant to be 30 degrees. So I was up at 5:30 this morning. I didn't want to get up. I didn't get Dyan to sleep, unfortunately, until about 2:30, 3 o'clock if I'm lucky. So we've had a couple of hours, two and a half hours sleep. Tell you what, a warm shower was definitely needed this morning just to get up and get going and smell the breeze to make sure that we're alive and ready to do something. And I've done that. So we're here, organised and ready to go. And now we're just ready and waiting, sitting around twiddling my thumbs once again as I wait to see what the day is going to bring. I don't know what each day is going to bring. I did have a message, actually an email from my disability advocate for Dyan, which is really cool. That was at about 3:20 this morning. She's obviously another night owl like ourselves, and she was up doing things. She wants to have a meeting later on today. Hope it is later on because I'm so stuffed. So our intent this morning is to finish off the load that's here, take that over to new digs, the new house where we're located, get all that off the truck and set up, find out how much that's going to cost me, because yesterday's Saga, though it was quoted at about $1,300, ended up being $2,200 so far. So this morning's exercise I probably expect will be at least $260 to add to that mix. So you can see the actual cost expense of what moving apartments are like at the moment. It's expensive. And again, when you're on disability, there's no discounts for being on a pension. It's flat rate for everybody, and there's all these add-ons, all these extras. So remember, even though you might ask these things up front, doesn't mean that you get actualized honest answers. And of course, even if you have things written down, it doesn't mean that they suddenly don't spring up every time, all those extra costs. So that's part of what's doing. Dyan is not doing all that well. She's obviously got to bed very early this morning, or should I say very late, realistically. She's very tired, very fatigued. Concerning when I got home late last night, about 12:15, just how bad she's actually feeling. And with that, the concerns are the full body edema. Her body's not behaving very nicely. So she's worried that she might need to go off to hospital yesterday. Luckily, she's held through, taken some extra medications, and that seems to be self-resolving. Fingers crossed. So bear with me on that one. Last thing she needs is that. But good news is if she can wake herself up, is going to see her doctor today. So that's a bit of a hike. It's about a 45-minute drive from that location to get out there for her, and she'll have an hour's consult, which is one of the benefits of having the new Medicare line item, which is available in Australia for longer consults for those type of patients that actually need, those who've got chronic, multiple complications, things like rare diseases, or where you need more time. And Dyan does have obviously auditory processing disorder as part of having autism, and there's certain needs that go along with that one, taking things a little bit slow, executive functioning, memory, recall. So one thing at a time, going slowly through the process. So that's an hour-long appointment, plus the travel, 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back. She's going to be shattered, the poor thing. I really do feel for her. It's not an ideal scenario, poor bugger. So I'm really upset, but let's hope that she pulls through that. We've got a lovely support worker who's going to help her and keep her safe. That's the main thing. In the meantime, I have no idea how long I'm going to be babysitting all the furniture at the end of the driveway whilst we just wait for the removalists to show up. Maybe show up. Hopefully show up. Yeah, maybe I should do like their company did to me and harass and ring 35 times in the course of one day. 35 times. That company it's an offshore call centre. Again, if you want to know all the gossip about it, go back and see the previous videos. You'll see what's going on there. So with the new property, when we get there this morning, fingers crossed we'll get there, it's about getting things set up. It's about building out Dyan's disability bed. It's making space for her so that things are organised so that she can literally will herself in and plonk herself on the bed and know that at least the bed part of things is already done. Everything else, I'm going to try and find a bit of a home and make sure things are in the right locations and start building some of the furniture so it's ready to start receiving all the boxes that I'll have to now unpack. But I have at least positioned all the boxes around in the right locations to make that easier. But look, that's going to be weeks. It's not a short exercise. It does take a bit of time to actually go through that process and literally empty each box, put something in the right location, clean things as you go. That's a time-consuming exercise in its own right. So stick around, enjoy the journey, subscribe. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and a like, and I'll see you in another episode real soon. Bye for now.